I reflect on my reflection, and I ask myself the question, what's the right direction to go? I don't know. Am I a man or am I a muppet? If I'm a muppet, then I'm a very manly muppet. Am I a muppet or am I a man? Hello, my darlings, and welcome to a brand new episode of Girls Gone Mild. This whole episode is going to be dedicated to talking about what just happened this past Monday on Monday Night Raw in the WWE. Um, I was asked by one of my fans on TikTok to talk about this whole situation. So I did all my research, and we will be discussing that in a bit. But before we do, we're going to be promoting Rock of Ages and also be sharing this other TikTok fan that I have gotten to know over this past weekend, and she is a lovely lady. Um, so for all of you naughty boys out there, or naughty women, this TikTok fan of mine is a good person. A good person that has an OnlyFans, so get ready to be naughty. If you would like to subscribe to her OnlyFans, it's $10 a month. Her username is the Sassy Ginger 02. Um, Unfortunately, I have not subscribed to her, but hey, I can't be that naughty. But subscribe to her OnlyFans. She could use your support. She also has a Snapchat, which I believe is Sassy Ginger 04. That's where I talk to her the most. She's just a good person, has a good heart, and a good mother too. Um, has a TikTok, Sassy Ginger 02 on that one as well. Her TikTok is great. So follow her on there, follow her on Snapchat. And she also has a Twitter. Now, Twitter is, we all know what Twitter is. It's just a place where a lot of people like to do naughty things on there as well. But she also has a Twitter. I believe it's just Sassy Ginger 02 on there as well. But yeah, go support her. I support her in everything she does. Well, I support all sex workers in what they do. Um, I support everybody in what they do, but I wanted to help her out because she's has been so good to me these past couple of days. Plus, she's got her own stickers. Now you kind of know why I wanted to get my own stickers now, because she kind of gave me the idea when I saw her stickers. So, yes, if you did not know, I have put in an order in to get my custom stickers made. I was up all night one night on Snapchat making the sticker, put it in, and I just found out they have been shipped today. So hopefully in the next couple weeks I can get them and show you guys off my stickers. I will probably do it on TikTok live, showing off the stickers. As far as price range is concerned, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna like sell them like expensive. I will sell them as cheap as possible. Um, I will probably charge a little shipping fee if you do not live where I am at in Ohio. So if you like live in California or in Texas or something like that, we'll have to charge a little shipping fee. But she is kind of the inspiration behind my stickers. Plus, I also got another sticker in mine, or a magnet, which let me show you real quick because I thought it was very, very interesting. And I got the idea from my coworker, which she loves it so much. But I'm gonna start advertising my social media on that sticker. Let me find it real quick. So this is the sticker or magnet I made on my Snapchat, and I think it looks great, and I think it's just a great way to advertise my social media and also my Cash App. Um, well, let me talk about this sticker for a minute. Um, as you know, it says in the bottom, "I like getting tattoos." That is a phrase that only me and my coworker get because it's like an inside joke for the both of us. Um, it's just funny how it is because she loves getting the tattoos, but her boyfriend right now doesn't like tattoos, and she can't get any more. And we always just think it's funny. Um, and I always make a video of it. It's becoming a regular thing now, so I always thank her for giving me the idea. Um, but I thought this was just a great way to start advertising my stuff, and my coworker gave me this idea. I mean, she didn't tell me it, but it was just because of what we've been doing and how we always do our thing. This was just a good inspiration to start advertising my stuff, and more people on TikTok and Snapchat love that type of thing. And it's funny because like I wish because I would love to get tattoos, but unfortunately I can't get tattoos because my skin can't handle it. In other words, my I have bad skin. So if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to get a tattoo. I would love to get like a tattoo with a red rose on my wrist. I believe on my left wrist, and have a red rose and have it on the bottom that says "Dad." I always wanted to get a tattoo like that for my father ever since he passed away. But I have come to learn to accept the fact that I probably will never get a tattoo because, like I said, I have bad skin and I wouldn't be able to make that work in the end. Um, but I'm starting to start a little business for myself. You know, when I get my first sticker, I will show, like I said, I will show it off on TikTok Live and see how it goes. The stickers will be waterproof, by the way. And if it goes well, then I'll start processing this next one. I'm still debating if I want to do it as a sticker or do it as a magnet. I don't know. Whatever you guys think would be better, let me know. Um, but as you can see in the sticker that I'm promoting my Facebook, you can send a friend request to me. I normally do not accept every request, but if I know you well enough and I trust you enough to like my stuff and actually follow what I do, then I will accept your request. I will not accept your requests if you are just there to bully or disrespect or send naughty pictures to me. I cannot stress enough that we're supposed to love each other in the end. And if you're only there to be disrespectful, I'm not going to accept it. Or if I did accept it, and if you do that, you will be blocked. My Facebook, I take pride in my Facebook. So please, if you really want to follow what I do, please do not disrespect me. Um, I'm also promoting my YouTube channel. This is where I post all my shit, my video games, my some of my TikToks, my song covers, and obviously my podcast, which we are doing right now. My YouTube is becoming a big hit, so I'm glad that a lot of people love what I do. You can follow me on TikTok, and that's where you'll see most of my stuff. That's where you'll see, like we just talked about, my whole thing about I like getting tattoo shtick, you're only gonna see that on TikTok and Snapchat. I don't share it on Facebook because a lot of people don't get what I'm doing. So you're only gonna see that on TikTok and Snapchat. Um, but yeah, come follow me on TikTok. I'm very popular on there. Um, you can also, like I said, you can also follow me on Snapchat. Um, I don't really. I mean, I do a lot there. Like I said, with the whole tattoo thing, and if I use the filter, I'll put it on my stories as well. And I have no problem talking to people. That's where I talk to, as I promoted earlier, Sassy Ginger 04. That's her Snapchat name on there. That's where I mostly talk to her. I talk to other people as well. It's a great communication thing. But that's where you'll see some videos I make for TikTok. So yeah. And then I am promoting my Cash App. So like I said, you don't always have to give me tips for what I do. I always post it on there if you want to be generous or anything. But um, all I'm just glad is that I greatly appreciate that you guys are following my journey and loving what I do for a living. Um, but it's like that's why I want to give back to the community with the stickers and everything else. And like I said, when I get the stickers and start selling some stuff, I'm not going to charge that much. I'm not greedy. Money is just money. It's not like I want to be rich and famous in the end. I'm just doing my job, but I'm also doing my dream job. Um, I respect everyone who follows what I do. And if you ever want to do something with me, if you ever want to make a TikTok or be a part of my podcast or anything like that, please hit me up. And we are more willing to discuss of what we can work out in the end. So, thank you guys for being a part of this. It's been a long time, and I just think it was the right time to start making a little, starting my little business as it grows. I'm not expecting it to like take off like that, but I am expecting a lot of people are excited that I'm starting to be more creative and starting to promote my stuff now. Um, but hey, if you do live in Ohio and if you live near Warren, and if you're going to be at Pride this year, I will be there. I might be performing. I don't know yet, but I will be there. So if I see you and if you know who I am, come say hi to me. And if you want to take pictures, we'll take pictures. I have no problem with that at all. I'm here to support my fans as you guys have been supporting me for the past 2 years. And believe me, from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you. So now that I promote the living crap out of Sassy Ginger 02 or 04, whatever her name is, and promoted my sticker and my little business, why don't we get to wrestling and talk about what happened this past Monday night on Raw? Wait, wait. I lied. I forgot to promote Rock of Ages. And you probably are wondering why I'm still promoting Rock of Ages when I'm not even in the show. Well, I feel like I owe it to them. And because the thing is, I almost got in. And we already know about the story about that. But then after my podcast last Wednesday, I got a call from one of my friends who works with Salem Community Theater. And apparently the director was willing to put me in the show and write a small part for me to be in the show. And I was all excited and I did say yes. So I was going to be in it. But unfortunately, what happened was the next day when I got to work, as I was putting my vacation days down, because I was planning to take the week off for Tech Week for that show, so I can get some sleep for God's sake, but also be healthy enough to do the show. But unfortunately, I couldn't because there was complications at work. I couldn't take that vacation week. Um, I had there was one of the nights I had to work at night for one during one of the shows, and unfortunately, I fought tooth and nail to try to get out of it, but it didn't work. So unfortunately, I had to tell him I couldn't do it. But I was glad that I found out then than finding out later because then that would have been devastating. I do feel bad because they were willing to get me in the show and write something for me. And I thought it would have been great for the community to see a drag queen do something like that. Um, but I wish nothing but the best for the cast and crew for that. And but I'm excited for the show because one of my good friends, who was my stage wife, in Singing in the Rain back in 2000, I can't remember the year. Believe I believe it was 2018. Yeah, I think it was 2018. Yeah, it was 2018. Um, Met my good friend Sally, and she was a blast. And she's my tea buddy in the end. But she's finally the lead in Rock of Ages. She's gonna be playing Sherry, and I'm so excited for her. And I'm gonna be there to see the show no matter what, because I want to support her all the way. I'm her biggest fan, and I want her to be one of the best actresses in the world, and I know she can do it. And I know her dream will come true because she deserves it in the end. Um, but she has my biggest support. So if you guys are interested in rock and roll and into the 80s like I am, you will go see the show at Salem Community Theater. Um, I believe tickets are $15. I could be wrong. I will check with them when I get a chance. Um, but the show dates are June 24th, I believe. Let me check real quick. Um, Salem Community Theater, obviously, it will be in Salem, Ohio. It's a great theater. I'm just checking real quick to see if I got the dates right because I'm gonna promote Rock of Ages every week until the end of the show. Let's see. Okay, so I was right on one of the dates. So it's June 23rd, a Thursday, June 24th, Friday, and June 25th, a Saturday. And the shows start at 8. The doors open at 7:30. Um, it's going to be a blast. Dan Howder is the director. I think I got his name right, hopefully. Dan, I'm sorry if you're listening to this. You can kill me later. Yeah, I will check with them about ticket prices, but I do believe it's 15. It's gonna be a great show. I feel like everyone is gonna do their part and actually kick ass in it. Um, I did see them do Rock of Ages back in 2017. Um, we're not gonna talk about that one because I have a lot of opinions about that, and I don't want. They're not good. The only thing I say, don't say at all. Yeah, but I really believe this cast is gonna be great, and Sally, I love you. I know you're gonna be awesome in it. You are going to rock as Sherry. Uh, I can't wait to see it. I'm really excited for her. She's gonna be amazing. All right, now that I promote, sorry. Uh, Now that I promoted Rock of Ages and now promoted my stuff, promoted Sasha Jijiro 2 or O 04, how she ever wants to be called. Now, now let's talk about wrestling. Now let's talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw in the WWE. So I heard through the grapevine that Sasha Banks and Naomi, who are the current women's tag team champions in the WWE, walked out on Monday Night Raw. Um, for those of you who don't know, I am a huge wrestling fan, but I have not been watching WWE lately because ever since WrestleMania ended a couple months ago, I stopped watching. Um, I just lost interest because the match between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar left a poor taste in my mouth. And then it just got stupid after that. A lot of people were telling me that WrestleMania Backlash was terrible. The storylines that they're having right now in the WWE are terrible. And they're just not giving a lot of love to the women's division at the moment. I am excited that Alexa Bliss is back, and she's back to her old persona, or a mix between her old persona and her Fiend gimmick, whatever. But I am happy she's back. She will always be my favorite. Other than that, I wanted to talk about that situation with Sasha Banks and Naomi. Um, I only heard about it from one of my TikTok fans, and she asked me if I could talk about it on my podcast. So I am. But before I wanted to just go in blinded, I had to do some research and figure out what happened. So I watched a couple of videos on YouTube about other people's opinions. I was reading articles, seeing what was going on. Read WWE's statement about the whole situation, and then, well, and the thing is, I also watched the whole episode. I had to. And I understand WWE are pissed that Sasha Banks Naomi walked out, but it's on call for them to call them unprofessional. It's just, look, the WWE has every right to be pissed. I understand that. But at the same time, you guys are making yourself look bad for just saying all these bad things about Naomi and Sasha Banks. But as far as I'm concerned, the reason why Sasha Banks and Naomi walked out is because they didn't like their creative plans of where it was going for them. Because I guess they were advertised to being a part of a six-pack challenge where the winner was going to face Bianca Belair at the next pay-per-view, Hell in the Cell. Now, WWE was saying that they walked out because they were uncomfortable with two of the performers that were in that six-pack challenge, even though they faced them numerous times in the past. I really don't believe that. Sasha Banks had great matches with Becky Lynch. So has Naomi. And Naomi and Sasha also have faced Asuka. Asuka and Becky Lynch are supposedly the two women that they felt uncomfortable with. I don't believe that for a second. I think that was just WWE's excuse to make it seem like, oh, you walked out, we're gonna make you look bad in the end, type thing. But from what they were saying, what reports were saying is that the six-pack challenge was supposed to happen, and Naomi was supposed to get the win. But she was supposed to pin her tag team partner Sasha. So I guess that was supposed to be the big tease of them starting to break up. But they were also saying that Sasha would have been pissed when it came to SmackDown, and then Sasha would challenge Ronda for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I don't like that idea, to be honest. This is my opinion. I don't like that idea because that just tells me that you really don't care about the women's tag team division. There's not even that many tag teams in that division anyway. That just shows you that WWE and Vince McMahon did not care about the tag team titles. But what's the point of putting Naomi with in a Raw Championship match and Sasha in a SmackDown Championship match when they are the tag team champions? That shows you that they don't think the titles are relevant. The WWE, not Sasha Banks or Naomi. And what's the point of having those matches when you already know who's going to win? They've already said countless times they're filler matches, so there's no point of having them. WWE is very predictable now. Back then it was all excited, like, oh, who's gonna win? Who's gonna do this? Who's gonna is he gonna win the title tonight? He's gonna do this. Now it's just like you already know who's going to win. And I hate that. But I guess they were also saying that Naomi and Sasha Banks were penciling in to try to get Nikki ASH and Dewdrop, which I can't believe she still has that fucking name. They were trying to get those two in a tag team title picture because they wanted to work with those two. And they were fighting long and hard about that, and this man didn't budge and said no. It shows that Vince McMahon just does not have any plans for anybody except for his biggest prize, Roman Reigns. I look at it this way. Vince McMahon will promote the person who's going to make the most money. And that's sad. No disrespect to Roman Reigns. No disrespect to Ronda Rousey or Brock Lesnar, even though he's not here at the moment. But he cannot rely on those people all the time. There are reports are saying that Roman Reigns is going to be leaving pretty soon. So he's going to be fucked because he relies on Roman Reigns so much. What is he going to do? There are other people in this company that he can rely on, but unfortunately he doesn't want to. And he treats the women's division like shit. So, in my mind, I really don't blame Sasha Banks and me walking out. But the reports were saying that it was mostly Sasha Banks who was having an issue with it. They weren't saying that Naomi was having an issue with it. If Naomi didn't have an issue, then why did she walk out with Sasha? I mean, like, if Sasha Banks was the only person having an issue with it, I would have seen her talk to Naomi privately and probably say, hey, look, I'm going. You don't have to go with me because this is not your problem type thing. And if she did have that conversation, maybe Naomi just felt the same way. These are two great athletes in Sasha Banks and Naomi. They could do a lot more with these two. Sasha Banks gives a damn about those women's tag team titles. But unfortunately, the company just does not give a shit. Sasha Banks wants to make those titles relevant. She's trying everything in her power to get people more featured in the tag team title picture. But WWE just does not want to give them the time or day. And I don't blame her for being upset. I don't blame her for being pissed off that they are not coming up with creative ideas anymore for her. But what can you do? Sasha Banks only did what was right. And Naomi, I felt like Naomi had her back and wanted to support her and probably felt the same way. If Naomi did not feel the same way, I would have not seen her walk out with Sasha Banks. So I really don't know what's going to happen with them. But I believe it's the company's fault for not treating the women's division any better. It's just sad because Sasha Banks main evented WrestleMania last year, only for her to be in this position right now. Sasha Banks is at the same level as Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch, but unfortunately, Vince McMahon and the company do not treat her that way. This was Naomi's chance to get back where she was back in 2017. But unfortunately, the company does not give a shit. They only want to promote who they want to promote. And who's the person who keeps saying that is Vince McMahon. Now, the reports were also saying that when they did walk out, well, first, like, they went to John Laurinaitis' office, who is the executive vice president of talent relations. They went into his office, suitcases in hand. They placed the tag team titles on his desk and left before Raw went on the air. But they were saying that nobody backstage, so I can only assume the writers, the creative, and the superstars of Raw did not support them walking out. When a lot of, like me, and a lot of the fans do support them doing that. I feel like there were superstars that did support what they did, but are afraid to say it. You never know. There could be some superstars that don't want to say anything because they don't want to lose their jobs. But it is what it is. What can you do? They were also saying that Vince McMahon was furious when he did that. Well, unfortunately, if you treated your talent better, maybe you would be able to understand. See, I wonder, I would just like for Vince McMahon to be in their shoes for once and see how people treat these superstars. WWE has a freaking tight schedule, meaning these superstars perform every single night. They only get maybe a couple months off a year, but they sacrifice everything to be on the road to do what they love doing. They have to be away from their families, their friends, in order to keep doing what they love doing. And for most of them, they are not even featured on television. And it's just sad because the women's division is getting treated like shit hardcore. The women's division doesn't have that many women in it. Why? Because the company released a lot of women over the past 2 years. A lot of very talented women. And they wonder why that they don't have enough women for the Royal Rumble, or they can't do this, or you keep seeing the same matches over and over again because they don't have enough women. But when you do have the women you have, and they're trying to help you be more creative. Hey, let's do this. It'll be new and fresh. They don't want to do it. Now I can understand that they have to do certain ways because of promoters and sponsors and everything like that. But at the same time, you just gotta treat your employees much better than that. And I feel like Sasha Banks has been getting the respect that she deserves. She was willing to walk away a couple years ago and start her film career, but she chose to stay. She chose to stay because she loved the business so much and thought it would be different. At first, it was. But then it just went downhill. And I feel like Naomi feels the same way. She hasn't been the same ever since she was SmackDown Women's Champion back in 2017. And now they're having her do like great spots in the Royal Rumble, put her in pointless feuds. I will admit, I hate her finisher, but I think she's a phenomenal athlete. She had a great match with Charlotte Flair a couple months ago, but they just don't use her to the level. Well, let me rephrase that. They don't think she's at the level where Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey are at, which I think that's bullshit. I don't blame these women for walking out. They have their right. Unfortunately, they're going to get some backlash for it, and they already have. But there are a lot of people who do support her, them. And I do support them. And I hope they could come to some arrangement with the company. If not, then let them go. Let them go, and let them do what they want to do. Sasha Banks, I think, would be a great actress. Naomi would probably be better somewhere else. But that's not my call. Like I said, if the WWE treated their women better, you wouldn't be in this situation. That's why I feel like that's why I don't blame Charlotte Flair for in the position she's at right now. She's great, but the company rely on her so much to a point where it's like enough. She doesn't need to be in every single title picture. I mean, you don't see them doing that with Becky. I mean, Becky's not going to be in the title picture in the next pay per view. She wasn't even in the title picture at WrestleMania Backlash. So there's limits. Let someone else new take up the chance. But at the same time, I don't like the direction they were going for Sasha Banks and Naomi. It's too early for them to break up. And the way they want to do it is just ridiculous. But I wish nothing but the best for Sasha Banks and Naomi. I hope they can figure it out, and hopefully they could come to some arrangement with the company. If not, then let them go. And that's why if you let them go, they can be happy in doing what they want to do in life. So, those are my thoughts about the whole situation. And WWE just needs to pull their head out of their asses. I hope they do, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. So, I think I've blown up everyone's ears for one day. Thank you guys for listening. Go support Sassy Ginger 02. Go see Rock of Ages in June. And get ready to buy some product from me. I love you all very much and enjoy your Wednesday evening.